Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and today I have a very special video because I'm going to be reviewing a Marcus Cook film, but not one of his newer ones. I'm going to be reviewing his 1999 shot-on-video film, Rot. So let's get right into it. What is Rot? Well, it's about this woman named Sarah who surprises her boyfriend, Muzzy, and keep in mind, I want to say before I get too far into this that these are punks and this follows like people in the punk community. And she has got this new disease or virus called by the film the Rot, which she got by means of necrophilia because she was playing around with some corpses at the funeral home. And after her and Muzzy do the deed, she passes it on to him. And he is not very happy when he finds this out. And slowly over time, the two of them become to literally rot. They start looking like zombies. And they start spreading the disease to anybody they come in contact with. They start trying to, YOLO, if you will, everything. And start acting brashly and just robbing places, setting places on fire, just doing a bunch of crazy stuff because they know they're dying. The person responsible for the virus and everything included, it wasn't explained super well, comes out though, and we find out that he worked for the government and their germ warfare research division, and then it starts spreading to more people and he's crazy and all this stuff. And a whole lot of goop and nasty gore ensues. The plot of this film kind of takes backseat to the energy of it. Like, the plot is pretty loose, I would say, away from like the initial premise of these two people like literally rotting while they're alive. We don't see a whole lot of character development from anybody other than the main two, and the addition of like this scientist character who is in the beginning of the film and is a character but he's more of like a side character until closer to the end there, and we learn all that stuff about him. The plot is kind of loose and it kind of things happen sometimes. A lot of this is the two leads like going around causing havoc and spreading this disease, but yeah, that's honestly not a bad thing. There's like a frantic energy to this, and there's a really good soundtrack of like skater punk, and I really enjoyed that a lot. So like with the mix of the music and the like frenetic like actions of the characters, and everything's loud and in your face, and they have crazy lines and hair and all this stuff, and it's very punk rock and fun. And the gore in this, to no one's surprise, is very good because Marcus Cook did this, and he is well known for his special effects work on other films, as well as his film 100 Tears. He also directed, as I'd mentioned in previous videos, one of the American Guinea Pig films, which was Bloodshock. I'll be reviewing the American Guinea Pig films as a chunk in a video in the future. But anyway, he is well known for his special effects work, and even in the low-budget, shot-on-video nature of this film, the special effects still shine through, be it the rotting of the two leads, or at one point someone has an accelerated version, and you see their face start breaking down, and as he keeps going back to them, it's broken down more and more until it's a skull and it crumbles, and yeah, really gross, and fun. This isn't a film that's super serious. It's pretty lighthearted. Sort of like a splatter comedy, I would say. It reminded me of something like an old Peter Jackson film on an even lower budget. And if you're a fan of those types of movies, you're definitely going to enjoy this. It's intended to be funny most of the time. And it's very silly and over the top and, yeah, weird and gross and punk and in your face. And it's just a really good, frenetic, fun time. Really, the only thing I can think of that held this film back is that the plot, the way it's told, I know it's loose, but when it is there, it's kind of told messy, and ideas and plot points are kind of just thrown in. There's some plot holes there, and it doesn't really like come together cohesively, which is unfortunate. But I did enjoy the film overall. For fans of shot on video and gore movies, this is a really solid entry. I really liked that this film set itself apart with that like punk aesthetic, and it's very rare that I've seen films do that well. And this is one of them, and it was really good and fun. It's like a mix of a Peter Jackson gore movie, a B movie, like low budget shot on video thing, and like Train Spotting, and it's really weird, and it works for the most part. I know I mentioned the soundtrack before. The soundtrack is definitely a highlight of this. Really keeps the energy going. There's never a dull moment in this. I can definitely say that as a positive as well, even when the plot doesn't really form cohesively, like it doesn't come together as well as I'd like. There is always something going on, and there's always something entertaining going on. It's not just like a bunch of dialogue or anything, which is what you'd like. That's what I like about films like this, these old shot-on-video movies. This isn't old. I'm not saying this is old. It's from '99, but I just mean like from shot-on-video movies that are not like cinematic masterpieces. You know what I'm saying? Like B movies. You definitely want like that energy there. You don't want a bunch of dialogue that's poorly acted. So that's definitely a strength of this. Yeah, I really do highly recommend this film. I believe the entire thing is on YouTube for free. I personally bought a Blu-ray for Marcus himself. I just messaged him on Facebook. I'm sure he would sell you one as well. But yeah, watch it any way you can. Super fun, super good. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Murat. I know I've been promising this video for a couple of days, but I started a new job recently, and I got a new cat this weekend, and Thanksgiving is this week, and it's been a whole thing. Tomorrow, I'm going to be reviewing the first half of the new Split sort of film project from Jack Mulvaney and White Gardenia. I'm going to be reviewing White Gardenia's section, which is titled Torture Theater. I'm reviewing that first. It's absolutely insane. It's going to be a really good video. I'm reviewing that tomorrow. Thursday, Thanksgiving, I am posting a video. I'm going to be posting a review for Blood Rage, which is my personal favorite Thanksgiving horror movie. After that, on Friday, I'm posting the second video of the Split review for Jack Mulvaney's section, The Last Form of Loving. And then this weekend, I'm going to be reviewing the new Lucifer Dahmer movie. So there's a lot coming down the pipeline. Friday, I also want to say, if you're following Banana Box Releasing and fans of that, we are doing $5 off all of our releases for Black Friday. I also have 2 new Banana Box releases coming on Friday. I'm going to be working on those this week. Hopefully, they'll be all set there. And I'm very excited about them. One is pretty rare. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and keep your notifications on. I've been your host, Herschel Gillis. 0 thoughts, 0 editing, 0 brain cells, and 0 planning. Thanks, guys.